everyone, and welcome to another episode of G&A Podcast. I am the man Hina-sensei masturbates to, Sober Oni.
And I am that very awkward date you went on with your sister that almost resulted in a double suicide, Jubidu.
So we're having a right off the bat, I can't wait to talk about domestic Kanojo, but first, let us start off properly with non-filth, like Tate no Yuusha, episode 7.
I'm just surprised that you somehow went slightly more crazy than mine. Like, I was like, mine is going to be kind of wild, but alright.
So Tate no Yuusha. This was a very Firo-Raphtalia-centric episode.
Yeah, it was basically the episode of like, oh my god, we're feuding over Naofumi's attention.
Love me now. Notice me now, Fumi-senpai.
Yeah, but now something's gonna happen that's going to make us like not hate each other by the end of it.
Yeah, it felt really slice of lifey. I feel like all these Firo episodes have been really slice of life.
Like lately, yeah.
Yeah. I loved it because I like Firo. Like, she's just cute and adorable and childish. And she has like all these exaggerated animations.
The one of her at the hot spring.
She's just like thrashing her hands around and like making cutesy like poses.
Yeah, she's very spastic.
Yeah, she's a very out of control child, but a lovable one.
Yeah, she's kind of a.
Drew doesn't like her, so
it's not that I don't like her. Just that I really like Raphtalia to the point where I'm just like. And feels so like she's so polar opposite in the fact that she's so like one's trying to be like more mature and grown up, and the other one's like, no, I'm gonna be a kid, like
brush my wings.
Yeah, basically she's like a brat. Like she has a bratty side.
Yeah, but she's like, I like that because it's more realistic. Like that's generally how kids are. They're bratty attention seekers. I just think it's cute. I also think Raphtalia's reactions are cute, like her drinking the milk when she brought the 2 milks.
Oh yeah, give me one. She's like, oh, you mean this one? Go. Oh, sorry, it's all gone.
I like how even though Raphtalia tries to act mature, she is still somewhat childish.
Yeah,
like, with her drinking the milk, with her trying to go on that late night escapade to find the love crystal or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So there's like parallels between Firo and Raphtalia. It's really adorable in their relationship.
I love how, of course, Murayasu's seed. Oh, that was gonna sound really weird.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you trying to reach for some metaphor here?
Murayasu's seed is responsible for all the chaos.
It's deep.
I mean that isn't necessarily false.
No, it's true.
But the one that you hear from last episode, yeah, they mentioned it briefly. In the next episode, he goes to the town where they're like, hey, remember that seed that idiot brought over? Yeah. It ended up taking over our entire village.
Yeah.
Almost killing our children.
I hated that plant fight. That plant fight, I didn't hate it because it was boring. I hated it because it grossed me out. Like, the eye just shriveled up and collapsed and fell out.
At the end,
that was gross.
I literally, in my mind, heard the sound effect, like, boop.
Yeah, like, ugh, that actually hit me on a very deep, gross level. Like, it grossed me out. I'm very
It's like, I
squeamish.
I can't tell when that tree gets split, is that wood or is it's flesh?
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable.
I'm okay with it because I like trees dying in anime.
There was also the Naofumi himself didn't have much to do this episode. I mean, in the beginning, kind of. His shield is overpowered at this point. His shield is now Rimuru. His shield is just Rimuru at this point.
Yeah, kind of. Absorbs everything, gets a new power, a new skill.
He's just, I have the perfect skill for yada 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 yada. Killing this tree and making this seed not turn into a monster and blah 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 blah, which I'm fine with. It doesn't do it as much as slime.
Yeah, because that's not like a crazy offensive capabilities.
Yeah,
like it's still very defensive, still very roundabout ways of beating things. Like this is like the first time he personally killed something.
Oh, that's the fight with during the fight with Firo and Raftalia going back and forth with each other.
Oh yeah, that was good. I love that. Where like Raftalia gets strung up by the wines and Firo just like that's like and he's like, did you just laugh at me?
Yeah, no, I love the characters and I love their dynamic. So yeah, I think this was a good episode. It looks like things are gonna turn back to spicy mode next week.
Spicy, sad, trauma mode.
Yeah, I'm shocked that this anime is able to jump so well between being fun and cute and slice of lifey, and then also being dark and depressing.
Yes, it's like it reminds me a lot like Fairy Tail, where it's like Fairy Tail's like, oh my god, everything's so fun, da da da, and then because everything's so kind of like fun, when the hard moments hit, it's like it hurts that much harder.
Fairy Tail's the only shonen I can watch where, like, you know how Naruto does it and stuff, like they'll try to have sad moments.
Yeah, but it feels
just
very
feels forced. Yeah, and it's like whatever. I feel like Fairy Tail does it where it's just like, oh shit, like because it comes out of nowhere.
Fine, everyone's strong, and hey, let's go to that painful memories where Ezra grew up as a slave. All these child slaves.
Oh god, remember when Fairy Tail spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Right? Well,
it's like this happened years ago.
Yeah, this is. I'm talking about like that was like first season, quote unquote.
Lucy's
spoilers.
summon died or sealed away forever. Aquarius.
Okay, that actually might be spoilers.
Hey, that was years ago.
That was 2004. Oh, was that the 2014 one?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen Fairy Tail by now, it's on you. You've had years. But anyway, yeah, that's to say Tate no Yuusha is very similar in its ability to evoke emotion and still be fun.
Agreed.
Speaking of fun, let us move on to, I believe, our episode of the week. At least mine.
Is it Kaguya-sama?
Yes.
Then yes. I already said last night, this is the first anime I watched and like that's included in our lineup, and I said that's so unfair that this is already my episode of the week. I don't even have to see anything else, and I know it's gonna be my episode of the week.
It was the first thing you watched, and you were just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is it. This episode
yeah,
of the week.
Yeah. No, it was just such a slam dunk. That was such a slam. Did you already watch it before?
Oh, yeah, I watched it.
Oh, okay.
It was... Can we please have, like, an honorary... I don't want Chika to ever go away. Yeah, I'm gonna be so sad when the show ends.
Chika's, like, now she just covers this entire... Like, she carries the show.
Yeah. She is... She's carrying this season of this... of all the shows. She is, like, anime Jesus right now.
She's, like, turning into a staple, like, very quickly.
I need more Chika in everything. All right, let's take it step by step. The first part I wasn't a big fan of.
Which one was that?
The love advice, third love session with Shirogane and the other dude talking about how to hold hands. It was alright.
It was okay. Yeah,
it was alright. Of course, I like all the other scenes. It only got really interesting when Chika came in. But anyway,
yeah. where she comes in with the hat on, and then he's like, "What are you guys doing up to?" And she's like, "I'm not a part of this." And he's like, "You're clearly a part of this."
I like how they keep referencing that girl that's like in the background crying every time she sees the two together.
Yeah,
I feel like that's building up
to something.
Like she's a stalker.
Like the third time they come around, like their story's brought up, like she'll be introduced finally.
Or like it'll be the last episode of the season, and like the last minute she's introduced. The second part was great. The whole
was that it? Was that like the treasure?
Ishigami, yeah.
Yeah, Ishigami literally just talking so much shit. I just want to say, guys, whoever watched this is a what you should not do moment. You see, Ishigami, you should not be like him. No more of that boy locker talk foolishness. All right.
I want to say I relate.
That was so great. I was like, ugh, you're literally every high school boy when
he's just stating facts is all.
You
should have been more aware of his surroundings.
No, that was gross. And yes, you could talk about appreciating a woman's body, but he was being very, he's just being very gross about it.
Nah, he was being.
No.
I've heard worse.
That is the problem. Just because you've heard worse is not.
He was just stating facts.
Yeah, just because
he was making observations.
Just because Trump says it's okay to grab people by the pussy, does
that's
not
way
make,
worse.
Yes, it is worse. It is way worse, but it doesn't make what he said any better.
Like, he was just making observations.
It was just like, oh, the one girl's boobs is bigger than the other. It's like, and I like her big boobs and this girl's flat chest. Like, he kept it very short and like that. I mean, he should have watched his surroundings, but. That's one thing, but he was like, ugh. Like, obviously he did it for a comedic reason. That's why I found it funny. But he was like, oh my god, yeah, and like very like creeper mode.
Well, that's his character. He just gets creepy, like he did last episode with smelling Chica's hair.
Exactly, like that's his whole MO. So I'm like, yeah, don't be like this, even though I know most of you are like him, which is why you guys.
I was just about to say, I relate heavily to Ishigami.
Yeah,
I consider Ishigami a soul animal of mine because
that's not a good thing.
mostly
that's a good thing. That's something that like makes sense if you're his age, but if you're like our age and you still are like, basically
all men are 15 at heart. Okay, men stop growing in maturity at 15. That's as mature as men ever get.
I am a solid 22. Thank you very much. I stopped growing at 22.
The height of our emotional complexity is 15.
I reached a height of 22 where I feel like I have the right to drink and twerk everywhere, and everyone's entitled to listen to my opinions, or else they're all trash. that's where I am emotionally.
As we found from your videos.
Wow, you didn't have to go there. Okay.
The reason I relate to him is because his whole talk in the beginning about like fucking couples, we should tax them.
That. Yeah.
I was like, yes, please, let's do this. I feel like if you're a couple, you should pay some kind of tax.
No.
Yeah, it's not fair. I feel like it's not fair to singles. If you're like married. My proposal is, if I were president, if you're married, because it's silly that married people get benefits.
Butt hurt. First of all,
call it what you want.
Wow. First of all, have you ever had a president who's like single?
I'm running on more discrimination against singles. I feel like very discriminated against.
That's like actually the only thing I'll give you. That president shouldn't have to be married in order to run for president.
I think if you're married, you should have a 1 week tax on any kind of entertainment. So like if a game releases or a movie comes out, you can't enjoy it for a week. You have to wait 1 week till after it's released to get it.
That's not even a tax.
It's a happiness tax. You have the joy of marriage and a partner, so don't steal everyone else's joy.
You're literally using the word tax incorrectly.
No, it's a tax on your happiness. Now you can't enjoy things as easily.
No,
as
a tax is like obviously implies money.
Yeah, but it's harder to do that. I just want a happiness tax.
It's harder and more illegal.
I want a happiness tax. I want it to be.
That's never going to happen ever. That's because that is literally discrimination on a very stupid part.
Well, I'll make it happen, guys. Vote for me.
Not.
Oni 2020. We'll destroy couples together.
Destroy couples together.
That's the platform.
You heard it here first. Oni is
Ishigami's my running mate.
Yeah, it's a 2D anime character. Is his running mate. Oh God.
Sadly, it's not too far off of our political climate.
Yeah, right.
Then we got to the third part, which is clearly the highlight of the.
And these are just amazing because it literally was such a simple concept. It was just like, the which one calls it? Oh, Kaguya. Sorry. She has a major weakness, and that weakness is she's still immature. Like, she has the immaturity of, like, some would say, like, the anime says, like, a middle school student, and I'm like, oh, you know, in the US, that'd literally be, like, everyone until they're, like, feel 17 I feel offended 18.
Because literally, no, not even. Even now, dick jokes are funny. I'm sorry. It's not even dick jokes. Just saying dick is funny. Like, you're laughing now because you know it's
because of context.
Exactly.
Because of the context.
For everyone, it's fucking funny. And I remember when we were in high school, this whole episode, I was dying when I watched it the first time because I immediately thought of when we were in high school. And you know what class? In theology. And literally, people would just scream out, dick, or like in the hallways and shit, and it would never fail to erupt us in like when I was in that class, every day was Kaguya's struggle. I was there trying not to laugh my ass off every single day because somebody was screaming dick in the back of the classroom.
Oh god.
So I related to Kaguya on a very personal level.
It was multiple things. There's either that or mimicking that one guy whose name I'm trying really hard to not say on YouTube. But you know who I'm talking about. And they would just mock him in his voice because it was incredible. that would get, that's my Kaguya moment. Because you're thinking, you're like, and all you hear is, wait, I can do it.
The greatest comedic moments of my life with that class.
Agree.
And that's why we love Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, it was very much that moment.
Just made into an episode, half of an episode.
Like there's literally like the moment where it seemed like it almost like the scenes where she keeps saying like Ochinchin and then like Kaguya's just like laughing and they cut to like over. That felt very like it felt like it was very much done in the style of like a hentai. But instead of like them moving place to place in a sexual position, it's just moving in different positions of her laughing and Chika saying Ochinchin.
Yeah. And it was this episode gave me a realization that first off, I think Kaguya is pretty popular, so we'll probably get doujinshi and porn come time. But
poor Chika.
I was gonna say, especially for Chika, but the way that it's set up right now, I only see a lot of Chika bestiality doujins popping up with her dog because of all the jokes about it. And this episode.
Yeah, there were a lot of those.
There's gonna be a lot of Chika bestiality.
Shit.
There's also gonna be a lot of Chika Fuda now.
Oh, yeah. So, there's a ton of Fuda.
Not judging. I'll probably check those out too.
Yeah.
But
definitely a lot of Kaguya mind break.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Kaguya mind break. Man, this series is right for all the crazy tags and scenarios common in hentai.
Yeah, and hentai's gonna get real busy soon.
Can't wait. Looking forward to that more than the next episode. Right.
What a treat.
Speaking of mind break, let us move on to...
Really?
I didn't even mean in a lewd way. I just meant that this show breaks my spirit, my brain. But Domestic na Kanojo, episode 7.
I'm like, do you want to go? Or
you go. You started off. I don't know what angle you want to approach this. There's a lot to talk about this episode.
There really are. There really is, I should say. So, Hina. I feel like she's definitely one of those teachers that's like... I feel like she's actually like a good teacher. Like she's a good teacher. And she really tries to do well by her students. No pun intended. Really tries to help them study, really invested in helping them succeed. Especially from like that one scene I think where she was meeting up with another student.
Yeah, to like help her really at college or whatever.
Yeah. Really cares. And I believe that truly. Because outside teaching, she is such a fucking mess. It's like she has to be confident somewhere in her life. And I think all that confidence went into her ability as a teacher.
Yeah.
Definitely not as someone's girlfriend. Definitely not as a sister.
She's a mess. She's a mess.
She really is. She literally reminds me of all those young teachers we had in like
high school.
In high school, who were clearly just fresh out of college.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Which ones you mean?
Well, there was one in particular, but yes.
Is it a man or a woman?
It was a woman who a lot of the student body was infatuated with.
Infatuated with? We're not talking about the English teacher, are we?
I think she was a theology teacher, wasn't she?
Not Miss. Miss. Oh, the one who
the blonde.
Yeah, the one with the tan, right?
Yeah, where she was like, "Hi guys, you ready for theology class?"
The Guida. God, she was so. You're just so weird. She made me incredibly uncomfortable. Oh God, were you in the?
That was locker room talk. That's locker room talk. That's bad. when we were just literally in locker rooms talking about her.
Oh,
yeah, that's bad locker room talk.
I bet it was.
The things that were said.
I just and even though I'm just like, I feel like she's pretty. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That's just me being bitchy.
No, it's definitely because we were a bunch of. It was an all-boys school, so there was a lot of repressed sexual tension that just kind of.
I'm not gonna try to downplay her attractiveness just because I feel some type of way about her. I just keep going back to that one scene where she's like, okay, instead of just doing normal prayer, we're going to play this Kanye West video as an offering up for a prayer.
She played a Kanye West video for prayer?
She played Love Lockdown by Kanye West in substitution for prayer. And I'm just watching this and I'm just like, bitch, why? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
That is Hina.
If you don't stop this fucking video and begin to pray with the Our Father, I swear to God.
Wow, that's a power trip for Kanye. Like, instead of praising the God, Lord Jesus Christ, let's play Kanye West video instead.
I'm like, there's nothing really there's nothing really spiritual about this video. It just has really good visuals, or it's just black people moving around all spastically, like some kind of African thing. And I'm just like, what does any of this have to? I'm like, oh my God. Sometimes white people just get me so fucked up because I'm just like, because it's like you just want to play this video because
she just wanted an excuse. To play the video.
Yeah, exactly. She just wanted to play this video. She's like, no, I kind of like this Kanye West song and. I've said enough Our Fathers today, so I was gonna think of some reason to play this video because I like it a lot. The end. That being said, back to Hina.
I love these side tangents. This is now the podcast about our high school life.
So they kind of go back into like Hina's past a little, and they also talk about how like her father cheated on her mother, which end up in their
which just
divorce.
Makes me dislike Hina more.
No, I mean it makes sense. Because you essentially you learn from your parents, whether you want to admit it or not. Mm-hmm. Like even if you think, oh, I'll never be that person who does I'll never be that person who cheats on their wife or their spouse because that's what happened to my parents. Do you know how many people who say that end up doing the same thing? A lot. I know a lot. Let's just put it this way. I know a lot of people who've done that.
True enough.
So she
doesn't mean I have to like her though.
Yeah, you don't have to like her for it, but that makes sense why she's like this. Why she does that. Not Naofumi. Natsuo finally confesses to her. Yeah, they go on their date, which was fun and everything. And then on the beach, they confess. And then Hina's like, oh yeah, she was my teacher, and I'm just like, that makes a little more sense as to why it puts a lot of things in perspective.
I'm glad she wasn't just a random dude she met somewhere one day. It was like, hey, you have a wife? Cool, let's
Exactly. Like, it was her teacher that she very much follows the same pattern that Natsuo is following.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, whoa, except, you know, she didn't try anything. And then later on, they just met up and they're just like, let's have sex. I'm so happy that's never going to happen to me. Because there's no teacher I can think of in high school that I'm just like,
come back.
Yeah, I'm just like, and I'm like, nope, you guys are all actually...
I hope I never see a high school teacher again.
Word. Except for Mr. Homo, he was dope. I don't mind saying his name because I only have nothing but good things to say about him.
From like that whole scene with their little, I don't know how to feel about Hina. I feel very conflicted because I like, if this is a word, I hate love Hina. Like, I love to hate her and I hate to love her. I don't know why. I have strong emotions going both ways towards Hina. Like, I love her cutesy, fun, like when they were on the date together, it was really cute and nice, and she's a good teacher, so I want to love her that way. But then she's also just a bad person too. Oh, or like just an annoying person.
Yeah, I wouldn't call her a bad person. She's just very
a stupid person.
She's just okay. Yeah, she's still growing. She's still growing as a human. We'll just put it like that. I'm positive, like, we're definitely older than she is right now.
Yeah. Because she's, like, in her early 20s. Probably 22 or something.
Yeah, exactly. She's definitely, like, very young. So she still has a lot to learn, even though she's an adult. Excuse me. That scene where she just starts walking in the ocean... Mm-hmm. That was, like, a little much. If someone tried dragging me to see, I'm like, oh, bitch, do you know how much money I pay for these shoes? Nope. Like, I don't even like the fact that we're in sand. Like, what? You're trying to pull me in the ocean with you? I mean, she made her point, but, like, she could have just said no. Like, I don't want
you could have just, you didn't have to do, I feel like she was being over, like, somebody was reading a little bit too much Shakespeare that day or something.
Yeah, exactly. You could have just said, no, I don't want to. We're also brother and sister, so no. That's it.
Rui also had her, weird moment this episode.
Oh, God, Rui, please, don't. They're doing this weird thing where they're just like, where she's like, I still kind of like you, so let's, like, kiss and stuff. Let's practice kissing and stuff.
Let's try it out.
And then I thought Natsuo was like, hey, well, I became really awesome, you know, being able to reject Momo because I knew that I'd be wrong just to use her to get over my teacher and to use her knowing how fucked up her life is. But then all of a sudden, she's like, nope, I still need to get over your sister, so I'm going to make out with you instead. I'm just like, great. Good job. Yeah. What did I say before the episode began? I said, and I quote, Natsuo's still only a hop, skip, and a jump away from being trash. And here we are, back to him being trash.
I'm just waiting. I realize all of Rui's moments with Natsuo just come with the excuse of, I just want to try and see what it's like. I never had sex. Let's try. I'm just waiting for something crazy to happen. Like, let's try running away together.
I didn't want to try it.
Yeah, I never tried it before. Actually, technically, they did run away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they already did that.
Damn. She's one step ahead of me.
Yes, Rui, even when you're being basic, you're still one step ahead of everyone because you're that bitch.
But the end of the episode was the climax, I think. The masturbation scene, obviously, which
Bitch, can close your door.
Yeah, please close your door. Like, I don't care how in the mood you are, but you're in a house with, like, your brother and your sister
who are both
and
younger than you,
and they're both younger than you, and you know they come to your door frequently. Apparently, everyone visits each other at night sometimes. So why not just, like, close the door? And if you're gonna have a session with yourself, I don't know. Also, I get it was for, like, artistic reasons, like the music was playing and all of that, and it was, like, panning around the room, and it was like, you know, it was nice for artistic reasons, but it was very unreal. Like, I don't know, she had more movement. It looked like she was just bent over on the bed, not moving. Like, are you alive, Hina? You need to move.
I mean, they're not gonna make it a hentai where they're like showing her like crazy.
You could have like had her legs like stretched out or jerking around or something.
I mean, maybe she found her flow. God,
she has a really slow flow. I don't know.
First of all, women's vaginas are very complicated. All right, each one is very specific to what their needs are.
Biology lesson, guys. Or
not so much
sex ed lesson.
Yeah, sex ed lesson definitely. So I don't knock her for that. Although I would say I'm like at that point they should just start playing Kenny G. Yeah, and then I'm not. I guess at the point of climax, I think she like says Shu's name.
Yeah,
for her ex-lover.
Which makes me think he's gonna be relevant later on again. Like he'll come back or something.
Even though he's really hot, but she's
clearly not over him. And I did like the ending little touch where she sees Natsuo in the morning, and then she like waves at him, and he looks at her hand, and he's all embarrassed. And,
oh God, that was.
We're definitely entering Kuzu no Honkai levels now.
I know.
It's getting lewd. Finally, this picture on the thumbnail is relevant.
Yeah. Oh God, and the next thing you know, Rui and Natsuo are gonna try having sex, and Hina's gonna come. Oh God, mess.
I hope she comes up to Natsuo like, I never tried anal before. Do you want to try? The cafe shop owner was telling me about this. I want to try it. I never tried it before. Let's move on to Kakegurui XX episode 7. A start of a new arc with 2 more of the Bami family members whose names I forgot. Crazy dude and crazy chick.
Oh, that's very specific. The only reason we know crazy dude is because I think he's like the only guy.
There's one other guy with like.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah. He kind of looks like a girl. It's
okay. Oh yeah, that is him. The crazy punk.
The guy with the red hair.
Yeah,
who looks like an asshole and pretty much is an asshole.
So you're playing this game called the Greater Good game, which I literally had to like I didn't have to ask Oni to explain it to me. I just had to like make sure I knew what was going on.
I know what you mean because I did the same thing when I watched it myself. I had to stop the video and be like, all right, I need to reiterate the rules to myself so I can figure out what the hell they're talking about. Like, they're going a really long way to first construe any type of game as gambling.
Right?
Like, I'm like, the next gambling is going to be like, guys, we're going to play Mario Kart. Whoever wins the gamble.
Yeah, right? Like, Connect 4. Let's gamble.
Like, this is not really gambling at this point, but okay, I get it. Whatever. Also, they're going way overboard with the rules for all these games. Like, it's getting so complicated, kind of. It's just weird.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, they're running out of simple games. There's now, like, remember when the series started and we had, like, the memory matching game?
The rock, paper, scissors
scissors. Nope, now we got put your coins in the jar so we can make an allegory about society and taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like how someone benefiting from not paying taxes.
Obviously, the highlight, the real star of this episode was the ref. Because she was A, incredibly hot, B, incredibly seductive voice, and C, incredibly fucking crazy.
She literally almost sounded like Shuten.
She did almost sound like Shuten. It was incredible. It was like what? It was like having a crossover with Shuten in the app. I hope somebody subscribes so Shuten can chime in right now.
That being said, I'm like, I don't know why she's like. I'm like, you sound and look like you're easily in your 20s. I think they started fighting people off the streets, and they're like,
we need you for the ref. Or maybe she was held back a bunch of times.
Held back. There's you have to gamble in order to graduate,
yeah.
and if you don't, well, you just stay in school forever.
I honestly feel like she is the culprit. I know she's supposed to be impartial as a ref, but I think like. She just seems too invested in the chaos to not manipulate something. Like, she's just here like soaking in everyone fighting with each other and like giving her long-winded monologues about society crumbling, etc. Like if it was anyone else, I'd be like, oh, this is clearly the villain of the arc.
Also, Menuda is back.
Oh yeah, he's back with his white hair.
Yeah, with his white hair. Still doesn't make any sense that his whole ass head turned white.
He lost the gamble. It makes plenty of sense. He gambled his hair color away.
So if I was right. So when I win, do I get to go Super Saiyan?
You win and you get blonde hair and blue eyes and you get whatever hairstyle you want. You
yes, and
like,
so you're saying I can become Mary? I'm down for it.
You can. Anything's possible through the power of Gamburu.
I like the background music. Even when, especially like when the rep was like talking, like everything's like kind of descending to chaos, and you just see like the scenes of people like talking. And she's narrating, it's like, oh my god, yes, that was cheers. Oh my god, it's so great. And then you hear like, I love when they do that when they do like the saxophone, and it gets like more like reaches like a fever pitch.
They do a really good job of the sound and music and all of that. I also liked the element, like the thing with them all being against each other and trying to find a traitor, because I like mystery type shows and stuff, so I'm curious to see who the traitor. I feel like I hope it's not something boring like, oh, the two Bami family cousins are the traitors or something.
I don't know. I think it might be, or at least I want it to be Menuda and Samaragi.
I was thinking Menuda and
or Yumeko.
Yeah,
I want to be one of the traders essentially. And then he's just like, his
hair goes back to being black. I liked how Mary was in. First off, I love how everyone in the show, except for the main character who wasn't in this episode, has like a crazy face. And there's like levels of craziness. Like the opening scene of the show or the episode was when Mary was being crazy all over Menuda, and she like bit the paper from the contract.
No, wait, not Mary.
Oh, not Mary. Sumeragi was going crazy and biting the paper and all of that. And then she went to the room and saw the other Bami twins or Bami cousins, and then they were even crazier with their crazy faces. And then Runa has a crazy face that can intimidate. Like it's like they have power levels tied to how crazy of an expression they can make.
Yeah. Although I still say my favorite expression as of now. And usually Runa, I usually love all of Runa's faces because they're just, I think they're just top tier. But Yumeko's from the gamble with the actress.
Yeah,
she literally became like a cartoon within a cartoon. That's still like my best. She's like, oh yo.
I hope there's like a video out there of all the crazy faces, like compilation of all of them, and it's 10 hours long. Like a 10-hour compilation video of all the faces.
I feel like the person who created this video was like, got really high, watched a bunch of YouTube videos, like those very dumb spoof ones, like, you know, the one that Turters showed you, the one with Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
They saw something like that, and then they're like, I could just make this an anime.
Yeah. Either way, fun episode.
Yep.
Good episode. Looking forward to seeing next week. So let us move on to Boogiebop Phantom Wada. Don't you wanna? Episode 9. 8, 9, something like that. I don't know, because they decided to release fucking 50,000 episodes at once, so I gotta actually see what episode number we watched. It was episode 9.
Yeah.
We didn't watch any more besides episode 9. I know they dropped the whole other arc, like 4 episodes of it, but we didn't watch it. We'll cover that. We'll find the way.
Aren't they done now? Because I thought it ends at like 20 something.
Yep. I think so. Wait, let me check. Because at this point, it's anyone's god. It's 18 episodes, and they're on episode 13 because they dropped 4 at once. Why is it so weird? Why is it such a weird number? Why are they rushing through all?
Thank you for making my life harder. Anywho,
Ending of the arc was, I guess it was kind of like expected.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy happened. Boogiebop shows up, takes care of everybody, kills all the clowns or whatever, evil monster clowns.
Yep.
Saves, what was her name, Orihara?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saves Orihara, throws Imaginator out a window.
Well,
he falls himself, or he kind of rescues him. Either way, it kind of was just an ending where it's like nothing major happened. You could have kind of predicted.
We're done. We're done here, kids. Like,
time to wrap it up. Move on to the next arc. Nothing new. So not really much to say about this episode.
There really isn't. Excuse me. I like that. I think it was like cute how like Imaginator like failed because he was like, "Oh, your seed is gonna be perfect." Da da da, and then Boogiepop's like, "Oh, it didn't fail because you're human. It failed because like your seed already quote unquote bloomed." Mm-hmm. When once you realize like, "Oh my god, a man loves me," and yada yada
true
yada.
Love, there wasn't. I'm trying to think if there was any major fighting in this episode. Actually, I like the scene where Boogiepop shows up and then that Wagner song starts playing and everyone's like, "Oh, that's Wagner's fifth."
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, I love it."
Like a preschooler shows up, "Mommy, is that Wagner's symphony?" So I'm glad everyone is astute to music in this world.
Yeah, incredibly intelligent. Jesus. I like that semi-reveal that like Misaki was also being controlled. He was just being controlled, but like very subtly, to the point where we couldn't tell.
Yeah, I wish I had played that up more. Like if they had given him flashbacks or something where it's like, "Oh, I didn't make that decision on my own" or whatever.
Because it makes sense. Think about it. Like, yeah, why else would you just don an outfit, calling yourself Boogiepop, and going beating up someone for?
Yeah, it adds context to a lot of his weirder decisions.
Yeah, that seemed very extreme for no reason. So I actually like that, like little plot twist. Cause it's like, oh, it makes sense.
You're not crazy. You were being brainwashed.
Yay!
Also, a good out to any irrational decisions that your character makes, in just for future reference. If you guys are writers or whatever, you can just write it off. He was brainwashed the whole time. That's why his decisions made no sense.
Although, why does he know how to ride a bike at the age of like 12, 13? Maybe even young. Aren't they in middle school still? Isn't he in middle school?
Either middle school, going to high school.
Yeah.
So
that's still very young to know how to ride a bike.
Maybe his sister taught him. His sister's incredibly badass. She taught him.
Yeah,
I assume.
She is pretty great at everything. I want more of her.
Yes, more of her, please. I hope the next arc is like about her.
Yes, and then it's like they do like a kung fu, like brother sister duo fight
against Boogiepop.
No.
Boogiepop versus them.
No, why?
I don't know. It sounds interesting.
There's no one else that can Boogiepop would win.
You don't know that. Boogiepop. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, she kind of can like manipulate strings and like kill people.
The greatest power, string manipulation.
Yeah, it's worked so far.
Just bring scissors and you're fine. You're done. You've conquered Boogiepop.
No, sharp.
My greatest weakness.
Scissors. Specifically scissors, not blades or anything. Scissors. All right.
That's fun. Are we done having fun with this now?
Maybe. Yes, we are. Let's move on to Reincarnated as a Slime. Episode 20.
Start of a new arc.
First of all, it starts with them having a celebratory dinner. Shout out to the Salt Bay meme.
Why though? Why is there a Salt Bay meme?
Who knows? I appreciate it. I'm not gonna be mad about it. It was pretty funny. I love. Oh, and unfortunately, the worst thing that happened to this series. Milim's departure.
Yeah, Milim is like, "Oh, my people need me," and she bounces.
And I love how Ashley leaves. Everyone's like, "Hey, don't let them trick you, Milim. Don't let them trick you, Milim." Yeah, even I wrote my notes. reminding myself to remind Milim to not let them trick you. So Milim, don't let them trick you.
I love her reaction to I'm too smart for that to happen.
And then they're like,
I hope the next arc starts with her.
I'm fucking up. Yeah. You're like, oh shit. She's like, oh man, sorry guys, but I somehow got talked into attacking you guys, so we're declaring war.
This whole, it's weird because I realized at the end of this episode, I have mixed feelings about this episode because I like the setup for this arc where it's like Rimuru's a teacher and he has the students, they're Shizu students, because I like it because it brings back Shizu, which was relevant, so it makes her relevant again.
Yes.
It makes sense, unlike following clowns into a cave or whatever you fucking idiot did. And it adds new characters and all that. Like, I like the setup, but also reminds me of Negima, so like 1,000,000,001 points for that.
Yeah.
But now I'm sad because it looks like we're not going to see Milim or anyone from his village. The village is just like, all right, guys, peace.
Yeah.
See you guys next year.
Threw all those characters away for like this final arc, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case.
I hope Milim just shows up in the town or something. Like, hey, I'm back, and they told me you were here, so I came to visit you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be your assistant teacher. But I feel like it's not going to be that, and we're just going to deal with these kids, and Rimuru being like a pseudo parent figure / teacher / mentor for all these broken kids.
These broken kids.
These broken kids with no home.
And in a few years, potentially no life.
Yeah. I'm sure Rimuru will solve it like in a second.
Right.
Like, oh wait, if I just touch you, blah blah blah, you're sailor. You're now immortal.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Everything is solved.
Now let's end world hunger.
Yeah, he literally can.
Yeah, he probably can.
I love his abuse of the Great Sage to make a bunch of manga copies, even though.
That is such bullshit. I make it from my memory. You don't remember every page of everything you read. I cannot recreate a full manga of anything.
He has a Deus Ex Machina as his actual... Like, imagine if your power was just literally, I can do whatever I want to do because I can. Whatever.
Yeah. If I had the magical powers to do it, I can do it.
Which, it's fine because I like the series. I can see why a few people were like, I hate this show because it's just the guy solves all his problems with like his massive OP skill. I'm also the type of person who liked, what was that other one? The other show? It was Overlord, but it was a really stupid show. It was in another world with my smartphone. Or so. It was basically the same concept. Some guy in another world gets isekai'd, he goes there, and he's just literally God. He can do whatever he wants because he has a cell phone. He can learn any skill. But that show was fun because it was kind of just stupid funny, and it made fun of itself and how OP its character is. And this does that to a much larger degree, and also actually has good fights. Yeah,
it's. I'm fine if he's like using his abuse of his Great Sage to do something as stupid as to make Kaguya manga.
As long as it doesn't try to take itself too seriously, which so far it hasn't. Like, it's taken itself seriously enough what it needs to be at an appropriate level. It hasn't jumped the shark yet.
Yeah.
So far so good. Looking forward to seeing where this arc ends up, even though all my favorite characters are not in it.
Yeah, so rip us.
Alright, let's move on to another arc that has all of our favorite characters in it. To Aru Majitsu no Index, episode 20.
Oh, you mean none.
What? Misaka's gonna show up.
Yeah, finally, yes. It took 20 episodes, but Misaka actually is like, oh, I think I kind of have to do something now.
Maybe she's just going there to cheer on Toma.
Yeah, I'm actually fighting. I'm just here to see her resolve.
She just
you
shows
have to do
up.
This.
Toma, are you okay? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Oh, okay, thank God. I can go back home now. She shows up in the middle of this fight with Fiona. You can do it, Toma.
Yeah, I believe in you.
You believe in the power of your heart. That was I hope Kuroko shows up too, because there hasn't been any Kuroko in this season, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, all her lines are literally just like, One-sama?
One-sama!
Doko desu ka?
I hope her and Misaka actually get a fight in with, because there's so many random things. This whole episode is just random stuff happening everywhere. You got the fight between
Toma and Accelerator.
Again. An Accelerator. You have the fight between Mordred and random French Saint now.
French Saint.
You have all. First off, she has a lightsaber now. This is a fragment of the thing, and it's a lightsaber. It's making lightsaber sounds. It looks like a lightsaber. So whatever. She has it's Mordred a lightsaber now.
Yeah, she is a Jedi now.
Yeah, she became a Jedi Knight. Received her training.
Yeah,
I liked her little motivational trick of like, I'm being raped.
Oh God, I'm gonna get raped by the French. Help me in the night.
Very culturally sensitive way to move.
Yeah, right.
These Frenchies are raping me to death. Save me, my knights.
I'm just like,
it just makes me more excited for the inevitable America chapter.
And then I love how like the knight like calls Queen. He's like, can I have permission to spank her? I'm glad he knows that what she did was kind of degenerate.
Yeah, I love you, Mordred. Even in your your nerf into the index world.
Yeah, she's actually still really a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. I love Hanamura. Is his name Hanamura?
Yeah,
Hanamura is. Yes, I remember.
No, Hamazura.
Damn it.
You were close. I was gonna give it to you. I was gonna know his name is like, oh, it's Hamazura actually.
Hamazura's struggle
Yeah.
Against this like military faction.
Yep, which is pretty much coming to a close because Aqua of the rear.
I was gonna say, I like how nothing he did matters at all because Aqua just shows up.
Yeah,
like, I got this, guys.
Yeah, I like how you're struggling. Yeah. So I'm gonna help you and just literally seismic tosses a whole helicopter.
He's like flying in the air, swinging a helicopter. I'm like, this is getting cartoony now. He's literally Superman.
I love it. I love Aqua. It's so cool.
I liked I did like the way it was building up. I thought it was going to be something more interesting than Aqua showing up and just saving the day. But I like
it's going to be a little bit more than that. Maybe. Like Hamazura's going to still have to put in some more.
I feel like they're all going to eventually converge on each other to fight Fianna or whatever. Like, because Toma and Accelerator met up. Although now they're separated again.
Yeah, I feel like because of the fight, he's like, "Oh, I went crazy and I got knocked out by Toma. Clearly now I can't fight against Fiamma, even though my powers would be greatly appreciated."
Mm-hmm. Also, now there's also that other Misaka who didn't die last episode, who's just roaming, I guess, because she just showed up for a minute and then like bounced, or was not spoken of again.
Oh, even the one who didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I love her. She's like, wait, I'm not dead? You didn't kill Misaka? And then he's like, I'm crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm like, all right.
I want Misaka to show up and fight Misaka. What else happened in this episode? Yeah, I feel like so much happened, and yet I don't remember any of it. Because it's all like just a blur. It's a cosmic blur of explosions, and dialogue,
and blowing up stuff, and exposition that makes no sense.
Welcome to Index, guys.
Yeah, we're just trying to invade Russia, but I'm the saint that couldn't get out of bed, but now I can.
I was gonna say, I like how the attack helicopter shows up again. You mentioned it when we were watching.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's like the same attack helicopter.
It's just being tracked by this is like the Mr. X of attack helicopters. Just shows up whenever it wants.
Mr. X. Oh, that's a really obscure reference.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's from like Arrested Development.
Oh wow,
great show, guys! If you haven't watched it,
super obscure.
That is very obscure, but also a very good show. Let's watch it.
And I hope you guys think this was a very good show and watched it and continue to watch it. If you do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can keep up to date with our weekly podcast. Also, make sure you check us out on Twitch, on Twitter, and you join the party over our Discord. And if you want to go the extra mile, like all these lovely people up here, you can donate to us on Patreon that make this show possible. And, Drew, you have anything you want to add?
Make sure you take off your clothes before you go into the ocean.
Yeah, don't go into the ocean with like good clothes on. It's kind of a waste.
Yeah, you work so hard, spend so much money.
Also, if you're in the ocean, there's like seawater and all that stuff. It's gonna fuck up your
God,
clothes. It's
yeah.
gonna like fuck up the colors and everything.
Exactly.
Don't do it, guys. Don't be Hina. Be smart.
Yeah.
And on that note, I am Sobroni, and
Doobie-doo.
we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Later.